This is Jed Distler, and welcome to The Piano Maven, your friendly podcast guide to piano recordings. I gave a rather mixed review in Gramophone magazine some years ago to the Italian pianist Maria Perrotta's recording for Italian Decca of Beethoven's last three sonatas. I did not review either of her two commercially released live renditions of Bach's Goldberg variations, but I'd like these much, much better than the Beethoven. And the Decca recording of the Goldbergs got special attention, I remember, because I think the pianist was 9 months pregnant at the time of that live performance released on Decca. But I want to talk now about another disc of hers for Italian Decca, recorded live in 2014. It was an all-Chopin recital, and my gramophone colleague Bryce Morrison found it largely disappointing. But I recently listened to it again after many, many years, and I have to say that I respectfully disagree with a lot that Bryce said, at least for the most part. I can understand where he was coming from. For example, the three Opus 9 nocturnes that open the recital have plenty of drama and inner tension, but I don't think they lack elegance. Bryce Morrison thought that they were not very elegant, but I really thought so, especially considering Maria Perrotta's beautifully sung out and limpid cantabile lines. And unlike Bryce Morrison, I did not hear Maria Perrotta's rendition of the Andante Spianato and Grand Polonaise as being strenuous. There is, I grant you, a sense of vehemence and even aggression at times, but nothing really strains her technique at all. I mean, her technique is really quite effortless. The berceuse, though, is not consistently shimmering, and I do have to concede that as the music grows more florid, Perrotta tends to get louder and thicker. Not bothersomely so, mind you, but this is not your Marie Pariah or Solomon interpretation of the berceuse. But I can't agree with Bryce Morrison when he says that Perrotta's measured tempo for the Chopin B minor sonata's first movement is ponderous. I didn't think so at all. I think it's a serious and detailed reading that is almost Beethovenian, and very convincingly so to my ears. It reminded me a little bit of what Claudio Arrau did in this movement, although not with the kind of bel canto specificity of phrasing and accent that Arrau brought to this music. Maria Perrotta's playing of the scherzo is not as light-fingered as I'd ideally want, but the clarity and shape of her phrasing really can't be denied. And she brings a lot of drama and dynamic contrast to the Largo movement. I really liked it a lot. But I think her whole interpretation slowly, and rather assiduously builds to one of the most exultant and joyous and powerful performances of the finale that I know. Oh, I forgot to mention the Chopin Tarantella that she also plays in this recital. At first, it seemed a little slow to me, but the rhythmic elan eventually catches up with you, and then you realize that this pianist's tempo really allows the swirling inner voices and the inner lines to really take shape. So, if you can find this disc with Maria Perrotta playing Chopin, definitely give it a shot, and it's excellently recorded as well. It's on Italian Decca, and the catalog number is 4811851. So try to find it. I think it's really worth hearing. This is Jed Distler, and you've been listening to The Piano Maven, your friendly podcast guide to piano recordings, and I look forward to being together with you for the next episode.